All right, everybody, it is Super Bowl weekend of 2026. We are about to start a day hike San Jacinto summit attempt here. I'm not sure what the conditions are higher up on the trail. I don't have much special gear to do this other than trail runners. So we'll see if we can make it. It's about 10:45 in the morning right now. Sunset should be around 5:30, 6 p.m. tonight, so we'll see if we have enough time. But yeah, we'll check back in with you guys later. All right, guys, we are at the PCT junction with the Marion Mountain Trail. I guess if I didn't mention it earlier, we did start out of Marion Mountain Campground. So we've got another around 3 miles to go before we hit San Jacinto Peak up here. So we're about halfway through. It's about 12:30 to 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So we're doing good on time. We've had a couple small snack breaks along the way up here. So yeah, we'll check back in with you guys later. Starting to see some snow on the trail here. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad for the trail runners that we got on today. Quick update, guys. There's been several water sources along this Marion Mountain Trail. All right, guys, we're about an hour into the hike. It's almost noon here. We should be hitting the junction with Deer Springs Creek pretty soon here, so that'll be likely the next check-in with you guys. But weather's holding up. It's not too hot, not too cold in the shade here, so it's perfect hiking weather. We'll check back in with you guys later. All right, everybody, it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. There's another water crossing here. There's been reliable water regularly on the way up Marion Mountain Trail, and now from the PCT junction up to the summit. I've seen water all along the way, so that's great news. It's early February right now, so I'm not sure how late into the late spring and early summer these water sources last. But yeah, just for your information, there's water along the trail all the way up here so far. All right, guys, we are at Little Round Valley. There is a creek running through this area. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got about 1.5 miles to the summit. So we'll keep chugging along here and check back in with you guys later. All right, guys, as you can see, we're about 0.3 miles from the peak here. It's about 2:30 in the afternoon, I want to say. Maybe 2:45. I did not check the time before recording this snip. But we're going to hustle our way up, and we'll check back in with you guys at the peak. Later.
Yo creo que para allá, pero viendo para abajo para que te caiga el pelo. 22. Oh, por aquí. Ponete ahí.
All right, guys, we just finished our summit attempt. You saw a little bit of footage up there. I did not get any commentary up there because there's a small crowd of people, but we are on the way back down now. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon here, so we're gonna start making our way back down while the sun is still out. And yeah, we'll check back in with you guys later. All right, guys, we're about an hour into our descent back down the Marion Mountain Trail here. Very pretty. it was really cold up at the summit, so I apologize for the lack of footage and whatnot. It was pretty difficult to even get my phone out and click the record button. The last mile and a half was pretty icy. I just passed by a hiker that had to turn around because he slipped. So it was pretty slow moving / difficult terrain for that last mile and a half there. But overall, the hike today I've been able to do without spikes or any additional traction on top of my trail runners. So yeah, that's not bad for a early February hike. It's been kind of a dry year for the California mountains, so that was kind of my thesis going into this, and hence why I did not come prepared with much snow / ice gear. Originally, I was not planning to make a summit or complete the summit attempt. I was thinking more of a maybe a halfway hike for this trip, but I'm glad I made it to the summit. So anyways, I'm gonna continue down this trail. We're making good ground, moving pretty fast on the dry trail. I'll check back in with you guys a little later. All right, guys, we just passed the PCT junction with the Marion Mountain Trailhead, which means we are a little under 3 miles from where the truck is parked. Got a little bit of daylight left here, so we will check back in with you guys later. Very pretty sunset today. All right, guys, sunset's wrapping up here. I think we're about a mile and maybe no more than a mile and a half from the truck right now. So we should be there in 20-30 minutes. We'll check back in with you guys later. All right, everybody. And just as we've ran out of daylight, we have arrived back at the truck. Against all odds, we completed the Mount San Jacinto summit attempt today, the day before Super Bowl 2026. All right, guys, I'm going to make my way back down to Idlewild Campground where I'm spending the night, and maybe we'll get some more footage for you guys over there. But in the meantime, I'll check in with you later. All right, guys, I guess that's all the footage we got for the San Jacinto summit attempt video. We are now at Graffiti Coffee on the way back to San Diego. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time.